is John Earlywine, and I'm the Chief Flight Instructor at the Central Indiana Soaring Society. The Soaring Society is one of only two glider clubs or glider operations in the state of Indiana. We draw members from a 100-mile radius around Alexandria here. Several years ago, the club bought the airport here so that we would have our own private airport for glider operations. The club consists of about 65 members. It's over 50 years old. Had moved here from the Indianapolis area in the past. Gliders and airplanes are very similar as far as the flying characteristics. One significant difference is the glider doesn't have an engine. So it's much quieter, much more peaceful, and very green. We can tow up to about a half mile above the ground now and fly for 4 or 5 hours. The club has about 20 gliders here on the field, and on a typical weekend we will do 20 to 30 flights a day. It's very interesting from that standpoint because people are here because they enjoy soaring. So you have some common interests and develop quite close friendships with people here. And the thing about it, you meet people from all over the United States that you become at least casual friends with, and with the online contest you can look and see how their flights worked and what they did for the weekend. And most of the glider operations have social functions, picnics and things like that for the whole family. So it's a very interesting sport. One of the things we joke about sometimes is we guarantee that you will land. It seems like Mother Nature always wins and you end up back on the ground. And that can be quite depressing sometimes because as you fly around you can see things. You can see so far above the airport here on just a local flight. You can see the city of Muncie on a clear day, the city of Anderson, and then when you get back on the road and you're driving down that same road you just flew over and just can see the cornfield beside the road. It's kind of a real letdown, and it's just something that's a lot of fun and very relaxing, and everyone I think should just try it. At the club here we offer guest rides if someone wants to just go see what it looks like. Just a very calm, smooth, nice ride. And we also offer what's called a fast package, which is fly a sailplane today that the SSA puts out. That's an introductory lesson. You actually get to fly the glider. We would like to say that anyone is welcome anytime to come and watch the gliders. They don't have to take a ride or anything, just come and sit and talk and watch and listen. We're happy to have anyone come visit. The first time I flew many years ago was in a powered airplane. It would have been the first time in a glider. Was quite some time ago now too, but in either case, you feel pretty confident because you go with an instructor, and sometimes he has more confidence than the student does. It's always a very exciting thing for a student on their first flight. Usually you have a tendency to kind of think, wow, I'm all by myself at first, and you hear some noises you haven't heard before, and then all of a sudden you kind of relax and just think, wow, you know, I finally made it. I had always wanted to fly, and so I started flying airplanes right when I got out of college, and I moved around the country on my job, and I would often be close to a soaring operation and think I need to try that someday. But I was always a little bit suspicious that these people would go up without an engine. Finally, after many years, I had an opportunity to be right near a soaring operation. I got started soaring. I typically go out and fly 2 or 3 hours, and it's just relaxing. Nobody bothers you. It's fun. You can take someone with you and just enjoy the scenery and kick back and have a good time. It can be very peaceful. It can be very exciting depending on what you're looking for and what you do. But normally I would compare it to, sometimes you almost feel like you're suspended floating in a swimming pool or something. You're just there and it's quiet and there's no vibration, and many of the pilots enjoy flying with the birds. Eagles and hawks sometimes will just fly right off your wingtip like they think you're a big bird, and that can be very enjoyable to watch them and try to figure out what they're thinking when they look over at you. You know, of the fun things to do, my opinion is there's just nothing like flying, and we get to do that here every weekend when the weather permits.